How many have tried flying a kite in the sky? How many people have tried? I am sure there would be no one spared that in childhood they have not flew or they have not tried flying a kite in the sky. There would be no one. At least people who would have seen flying kite in the sky. Anyway, China as a mind-blowing, inventive country, which is completely. I have never seen Chinese president talking about tariff and this and that, and then sanctions. And I've never seen China putting sanction on this country, that country, and here and there. China is a country which is silently moving toward invention only invention, daily basis, only invention. Now, generally, people would have seen harnessing the wind power. There are many places in the world where wind power is high. Many places. Wind power is high. But how many places people have seen in India where there is a kite in the sky everywhere? In India, at least I can say, kite can go up to 300-meter, 400-meter height also. I believe 1 kilometer also kite can go. Kite people they fly in the sky through the thread and one paper kite will be there. I believe because people they buy one thread with 300-meter length and that many reel the thread reel that comes 300-meter. Many reel people they empty into one binding up. There is a roller in that they tie many threads like that. Means kite can go up to 1,000 meter also, and in that manner, these kite they experience wind. Means high wind at means if you go little higher, 300-meter, 400-meter high, then wind is everywhere on the earth. Wind is very steep at that position. But ground level wind is not very good everywhere. So wherever ground level wind is good, little bit height, people place the wind turbine, where wind turbine will typically it will have a tower, and tower then there will be a bulb in which the fan will be placed, and one fans rotate, and then that rotation of the fan will be brought down into dynamo, and then electricity is generated. Not everywhere generating electricity is possible. Not everywhere. If I place the wind turbine on the earth, not only that wind turbine the earth, they occupy lot of spaces. Like if I talk about aeroplane, then it need to have airport. And airport typically, because aeroplane when it fly, it takes off. The airport area it in kilometers, it expect no population would be there. Okay, when it take off, then it comes down and then it will when it lands. China has invented an aeroplane where it will go up to I believe 300 meter. Beginning only it will go vertical. Means someone can afford keeping aeroplane in his courtyard, in his garden or something like that. Because aeroplane will go up exactly 300-meter immediately and then it will go up. In that manner, household people can keep small aeroplane. It is possible. Only thing is signaling direction. No one should clash each other. That is required. Otherwise, landing and takeoff is not required. This is China invention. Lithium-ion battery-based aeroplanes. Now it is coming as for the wind energy. No one needs a turbine. If I want wind energy, then I have to go to a place where ground wind is high speed, and there I have to place turbine, and then I have to put like that. It needs steel and it needs iron, steel, and so many things. Now China is inventing that in a parachute kind of thing. Parachute is a type of a cloth and it will be tied with rope. People would have seen parachute. So like a parachute will be like a cloth like this, or typical parachute will be like a cloth like this, and underneath ropes are tying, and underneath the rope a human is hanging, and since it is displacing wind and it is extremely lightweight, then the wind will try to go away, and then person will keep hanging and he is flying. Like that they have made a kite like that. Okay, what is the fundamental? This is called high altitude kite wind turbine. There is a new terminology that is coming from China is high altitude kite wind turbine electricity generation. Can someone believe that kite can generate electricity? How it can generate electricity? They have made two kind of kites, one or parachute whatsoever. One is 5,000 meter square, 5,000 meter square. That will come as 11 basketball court. 5,000 meter square means 5 meter into 1,000 meter. 1 kilometer by 5 meter. Or I can say 100 meter by 50 meter. That is a better one. 100 meter by 50 meter one kite they have made. People they try big kites in India also. It is not that people try one kite. I had seen once that people in Tamil Nadu, or I'm sorry, people in Sri Lanka, I believe, they were trying a very big kite. And person who was enjoying the kite, some wind came and along with the kite, then he went in the sky. For God's sake, he came down safely somewhere. These kites are very powerful if you make little bit bigger also. Now they have made a kite that is 5,000 square kilometer, a square meter, and one kite and two kite 1,200 square meter. That will come around 20 meter by 120 meter by 10 meter. 120 meter by 10 meter. So one kite is 5,000 meter square, one is 1,200 meter square. So three kites they are now. So what they do is they put a, now this is a kite, consider this is a kite. So kite will be folded one, completely folded. Now there is a helium balloon. People have heard about a helium balloon. Helium balloon is a value where they burn a helium to some fundamental and it will go up. So through helium balloon, they take the kite up by 300 meters. Makes sense? They use a helium balloon concept to raise the kite. They do not fly the kite from the ground only through a round drum the way in India people they do. Okay, so kite is very big. So they fold the kite in a helium balloon, and helium balloon would go up 300 meter, and there they will unfold the kite, and helium balloon will be secondary now, and kite will completely unfold itself. And when wind comes, then then kite has a thread. The way any kite has a thread, that thread they tie on the ground. Now kite will when wind is since wind is high and 5,000 meter square, kite will try to go up. But since it is tied on the ground, so kite will remain there only. Okay, in the kite they have a small turbine there. I'm sorry, they have a small one kind of, yeah, we can say turbine. Turbine means which will not generate electricity or fan kind of thing. The way wind turbine has a fan, rotating fan, they will have rotating fan in the parachute that will rotate at very high speed there, and that rotation that if this is the kite, if this is the kite will be connected through a thread to the ground. That thread is nothing but that thread that is nothing but a cable, and cable will rotate like this because there is a wind turbine that is placed there. A wind fan is placed in the kite, and fan will receive the air and it will start rotating. It is same as normal wind turbine, but it will be placed high. Okay, high means, and then it will start rotating a cable, tethering cable. Tethering cable is a steel cable that will come to the ground and it will start rotating very high speed, and there it is connected to generator at the ground, and generator will produce electricity. They have tried together with one 5,000 meter square and two 1,200 meter square, three in a setup. They tried, and they tried producing electricity. Okay, this is one 5,000 meter. This setup they call it 10 10 megawatt. 10 megawatt. I think so. 10 megawatt. This three kite. One is 5,000 meter square area it will cover. One is 1,200 meter square. One is 1,200 meter square. This much area it will cover, and it will generate 10 megawatt of electricity on the ground. And then there are two types. One type is that in the kite itself they will generate electricity. and through wire, that the kite thread wire, they will receive the electricity altogether, or through I believe they call it traction cable. So through traction cable they will rotate the generator at the ground, because generator will be heavy. So rather than putting generator, they will only put the fan there, and fan will rotate the generator here, and they will generate the electricity. 10 megawatt means 10 megawatt will generate electricity. With three kites, they can generate electricity for 10,000 household for 1 year. Can someone believe on 10,000 household is very good for a big town, big town, big town. In India, there are many district headquarters. They have not population of 40,000, 50,000 people. 10,000 household. Only in some empty place they will take one three kites and they will flow, and then it will generate the electricity for the full town. What and what and kind of what is the invention? Amazing, mind blowing. I have some documentation of it that I'll read it through. Okay, this is called high altitude wind power technology. China kite, China kite wind power generation. Okay, but actual the name of this technology is high altitude wind power technology. Okay, now it is 5,000 square meter kite is equal to 11 standard NBA basketball court. What is NBA? I don't know. Okay, they tried this at a site called Alexa Lee in north of Inner Mongolia. Inner Mongolia is a region that is carved out of big Mongolia country of Genghis Khan. From there now Inner Mongolia is part of China, and north part of Inner Mongolia there is a place called Alexa Lee, and there they tried this kite. Helium balloon lifted the kite at the level of 300 meters, and where kite got unfolded, and then through traction cable, where their fan is placed, fan is rotating, and traction cable, and the ground big generator is there that is producing the electricity. Okay, generally ground based. Okay, generally in conventional wind power we have tower nacelle. Nacelle means the component that is coming out which has a fan. Like in aeroplane people would have seen two fans are there at the front. These are called nacelle part, where the fan. So like they have a fan part. We have a tower and a fan part, and then we have a blades. Okay, nacelle and inside the blades are there. Here we have airborne components, okay, like kite and whatsoever, traction cable and ground component. So in airborne component we have rotating thing. To traction cable rotates very high speed, and then it is connected to a generator at the ground, and it generates electricity. Anyway, what it can do extra, 95% of the space it saves. If someone wants that same electricity what it is generating through the conventional wind power, it have to occupy very big place. Here it will save 95% of the place, because generator system will be required, otherwise everything is in the sky one. Anyway, and then steel is required for the conventional wind power. 90% of the steel is not required. Electricity cost cut by 30%. Investment is only 70% of what is there in the conventional wind power. So 30% of the investment is less here. So electricity cost will be less by 30% in initial investment. Okay, one setup that they tried with 5,000 square meter plus 1,200 square meter kite that generate 10 megawatt of electricity, and that can lighten 10,000 households. Okay, washing machine to everything, 10,000 household it can be used in. Anyway, annually, every year. Means one, anyway, we'll read it about. It is developed under the national program led by China Energy Engineering Corporation, CEEC, China Engineering. Energy Engineering Corporation, China Energy Engineering Corporation. And this full news is reported by CMG, China Media Group. Okay, now kind of they are trying. This is of two kind. One kind is generator is placed in the kite itself, take out the electricity through the wire, or generator is placed in the ground if generator is heavy. Anyway, there is a Dutch company called KITE. They have already tried this setup. Anyway, if someone spent $1,500, someone tried it in Xinjiang province of China, $1,500 setup. If someone makes, then he can raise a kite and that will generate 1 megawatt of electricity. Amazing, mind blowing. Means it will be 10 times smaller than this kite. If this is 500,000 square kilometer, then it will be 10 times. It will be 500 square meter. 500 square meter will come as 50 meter by 10 meter. It will be 50 meter by 10 meter. If someone places 50 meter by 10 meter, he will get 1 megawatt of electricity. Megawatt of electricity. That will then, if I divide, then that will enlighten 1,000 houses. 1,000 houses. In locality, if there are 100 houses, then it will need 50 square meter kite. 50 square meter kite means 10 meter by 5 meter. That is nothing. 50-meter square kite is nothing. 10 meter by 5 meter kite someone has to just keep in the sky, and 100 houses will get enlightened, be light up because of this setup. Amazing, mind blowing. What an invention. China, China, you are really something different. Okay, when there are so many news coming from United States that they are putting this science and that science, no focus on science and technology. America is going in which direction? No one knows. This news generally, these kind of news generally used to come from Europe and United States earlier, Canada, these kind of countries. Now it is coming these kind of news, or the aeroplane that will go up by 300-meter exact vertical, and then it will go up rather than take off and then land in kilometers of area. Amazing, mind blowing. Okay, probably someone from India, he will do better than this. This is what we expect. But whatever it is, we pray, we wish that Chinese people, you invent more than this. I won't say better than this because this is the best. What can be better than this? But probably you do something that will be anyone can set up in his house or something like that. Just one kite above and then permanent electricity. Amazing mind.